We mentioned Daniel Andrews. We'll stick in Victoria. The integrity watchdogs down there where you are, IBAC and the Ombudsman, are now pushing for greater independence from the state government to prevent the government of the day from controlling parliamentary committees that oversee them. I mean, we've already seen a little bit of that interference, I suppose. Can Victorians actually have faith in the integrity and independence of those watchdogs as the system currently stands, do you think?
Well, you've got Ombudsman Deborah Glass criticising what's going on down here. You had Robert Redlick, the former IBAC commissioner, raising his concerns, and Dan Andrews speaking to him, speaking about him, just calling him, I think he referred to him as that bloke or that man, which is incredibly insulting for someone of his seniority. But look, we have a Labor stranglehold on Victoria. We've got an absolutely pathetic and spineless Liberal opposition who stand for nothing. So we've got Labor basically weaved all through bureaucracy, obviously running all the government departments. They're basically dominating this state and have done for 30 odd years with this pathetic Liberal Party going on down here. So it's hard to see this changing. But when you have people such as Deborah Glass and IBAC speaking about concerns, all Victorians should sit up and listen to this, Caleb. It's a real worry.
I think you're being a bit unfair on the Victorian Liberal Party there. They have stood up for something recently. They've stood up for kicking women out of the party because they stand up for women, Sophie. I mean, you can't accuse them of not taking a stand.
Well, they have men running the Liberal Party who effectively shoot down a woman who's standing up for female rights. So there you go. And they effectively worry about fighting within themselves rather than fighting Dan Andrews. And that's why they went backwards in the state election. And that's why they'll be in opposition for a long time yet.
God help us all. And TikTok obviously has been making waves this week, probably the other big story of the week. The federal government's outlined their ban for the app on government devices, and a lot of high-profile politicians around the country, both state and federal, have said that they will drop the app. New South Wales Premier Chris Minns is the latest to join them today, but there are still some pollies who haven't dumped TikTok, Sophie.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, our Premier down here, Mr Daniel Andrews, he's got a TikTok account with over 100,000 followers. What I read earlier this week is he's going to shut down that account. It was still active just before I came on TV tonight. You got Mark McGowan on there. You had Tanya Plibersek, Pauline Hanson. Some of them have voiced their concerns about the platform. Some of them even have burner phones where they run the accounts from other phones. So this is a hot mess, but I think as time rolls on, you'll see more and more Australians, and there's 3 million odd on there, but you'll see more in the walls of Parliament and power getting off the platform with these concerns that are being raised.
If they're going to do the ban on politicians, I think they've just got to do it on politicians entirely. It doesn't matter whether it's on a burner phone or a government phone, they can still collect information on the politician. Anyway, we'll see where that goes. Sophie, thank you for joining me this evening.